Okay, so today we're going to move on to run-on sentences. We've learned that a sentence fragment is either missing the who or what or the action of the sentence. We know that to have a complete sentence, they have to have the who or the what, and they have to have the action. What are they doing? To be a complete sentence, also, you have to have a capital letter and punctuation to be a complete sentence. Today we're going to look at what a run-on sentence is. So a run-on sentence is when two or more sentences or writing parts are smushed together to make one incorrect sentence. So how do we find a run-on sentence? Well, the first thing you have to do is read your sentence. It says if you run out of breath or you get confused with too many details, you may have a run-on sentence. Also look for the verbs. If you have too many verbs, you have too many actions, then you have a run-on sentence. How do we fix a run-on sentence? Well, let's read this one. That boy is running fast, he is not slowing down. Oh, I didn't get to take a breath at all during that sentence. That is too much going on. Well, we can make smaller sentences. So we could say, that boy is running fast, period. He is not slowing down. So I would rewrite that as, that boy is running fast, period. He is not slowing down. So I make it two complete sentences because the first sentence is about that boy. What is the boy doing? Running fast. Second sentence is about he. What is he doing? Not slowing down. So that's one way to fix it. I could make complete sentences and change it. Now, there is another way that we could change it. And this is what we talked about in class. And when we say it, we get really loud and we say, fanboys! And the kids are like, Miss Dobesh, what is a fanboy? And I'm going to tell you, a fanboy is an insert word. So you have to use a comma and then an insert word to give your run-on sentence time to take a breath. So when you put a comma, you can take a breath, and it's not like you're running on into one long sentence and it doesn't make any sense because you are going so fast. So our fanboy stands for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Those are our fanboy words. So you would have one complete sentence, a comma, a fanboy word, the sentence, and then your period. So let's look at how we could do this. We could say, that boy is running fast. That's the first complete sentence. Instead of ending it, we would put a comma so we could take a breath. And then we would insert one of our fanboy words, for and, nor, but, yet, so. He is not slowing down. That boy is running fast. For, he is not slowing down? No, that doesn't make sense. That boy is running fast and he is not slowing down? That one could make sense. That boy is running fast nor he is not slowing down? I don't like that one. I don't think that works. That boy is running fast, but he is not slowing down. That could work, so we'll put that up there. That boy is running fast, or he is not slowing down. No, I'm not even going to slide that over. That boy is running fast, yet he is not slowing down. No. That boy is running fast, so he is not slowing down. No. All right, that boy is running fast and he is not slowing down. think that's probably the best one. When we had the word but, it does sound okay. The boy's running fast, but he's not slowing down. But usually we use but when we're talking about two opposite things. So we're not going to use but this time. It would have to be like, that boy is running fast, but his shoe is untied. Like, oh, that's an opposite thing. You can't run fast if your shoe's untied. Okay, so that is how we use a fanboy to fix a run-on sentence. So let's take a look at what we did in class last week to practice this. We took an organizing sheet that says, I can identify correct and incorrect sentences. And then we've got a packet of words. We've got the storm passed quickly. The students gathered pens. The storm passed quickly. Do we think that that is a fragment, complete sentence, or run-on sentence? Storm passed quickly. What did the storm do? Passed quickly. That is a complete sentence. Let's look at the next one. The students gathered pens, pencils, books, and paper to place in the backpack. Who gathered all those? Students. Where did they do with them? Placed them in the backpack. And look, it has a comma and an and. Paper to place in the backpack. So it gives us a little time to take a breath. Members of the committee must confer before a decision is made. Who's the sentence about? Members of the committee. What do? Must confer before a decision is made. That is a complete sentence. I wrote a letter, it didn't get there. I wrote a letter, it didn't get there. Oh, that kind of made me out of breath. Plus, I'm looking at this and I could say, well, I wrote a letter as one idea. It didn't get there as another idea. So that would be a run-on sentence. Conveyed a feeling of sadness. Ooh, they're stuck together. Conveyed a feeling of sadness. That looks like an action to me, but so who conveyed a feeling of sadness? We don't know. So we'll have to put it in fragment. By the light of the luminous moon. What happened by the light of the luminous moon? Doesn't say, so that would be a fragment. The children on the ride screamed loudly, it hurt my ears. Oh, that brought me a little out of breath. So we will put that in run-on sentence. The brown dog with a loud bark and a shiny collar. What did the brown dog with a loud bark and the shiny collar do? I don't know, so that must be a fragment. Only the most daring person. What did that person do? Not sure, so that's going to have to be a fragment as well. Let's look at this one. The boy on the phone. What did the boy on the phone do? Not sure, so that would be a fragment. The homemade ice cream is indescribably good. I feel like I could eat the whole carton. Oh, I have to take a breath after that one. So that is a run-on sentence because I see that the homemade ice cream is really good, and I also see that I could eat the whole carton. That's two ideas smushed together into one sentence. So that's a run-on sentence. Let's look at this one. She reacted strangely to the news that school was canceled. She seemed sad. Oh, that is also two ideas. So we are going to put that into this. The children's behavior alarmed his parents. Who alarmed his parents? Children's behavior. Okay, that's a complete sentence. Let's look at these two. As her confidence grew, her fear of public speaking faded. I even have a comma in there to take a breath. It's her confidence. Okay, so that is a complete sentence. When I visited the Grand Canyon, I was in awe. The view was extraordinary. Now, there is a comma in here to take a breath, but there's still too much going on. So we're going to put that in the run-on sentence. So here, friends, this is where you can see that we have our fragments, complete sentence, and our run-on. On a sheet of paper, you are going to correct the sentences. The fragments and the run-ons. The complete sentences, you get to just cover up. Don't worry about those. But for the fragments, so if you have the first one that says conveyed a feeling of sadness, well, that's not a complete sentence, so you need to change it. So for number 1, I would say, I conveyed a feeling of sadness at the funeral. Is that a complete sentence now? Who conveyed a feeling of sadness? I did. And then I also put where I conveyed a feeling of sadness. So you're completing the fragments to make them complete sentences. You will have 5 of them. Then, pretend I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 of them. Now I'm going to go on to my run-on sentences. I need to correct the run-on sentences. So I look at the first one. It says, I wrote a letter, it didn't get there. How can I fix that run-on sentence? I could use a fanboy. I could make it 2 complete sentences. Let's say I'm going to use a fanboy. So I would say, I wrote a letter, comma, but it didn't get there. And then, I got to put a period. Kind of ran off my board. I wrote a letter, comma, but it didn't get there. It's kind of hard to write neat when I'm holding the phone, but that would be one way to correct my run-on sentences. I could have made it 2 sentences and said I wrote a letter, period, capitalized the I in it didn't get there. That would be 2 complete sentences too. So go ahead. I'm going to go right here onto the pictures. You can pause the video so that way you can see all of your sentences that you need to fix. Don't worry about these ones. You're fixing the run-ons and the fragments. Go ahead and pause it so you can see them. Rewrite them